Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode. We're on the Wendigo server, but yeah, we are out in the Badlands, the lovely place it is. So when I first came out here, I built this little sandstone house and everything, and I came out here. I decided to take a break from the tower and come out and start just finishing some stuff. So I really like the roof, but the sandstone, not so much. Um, Went through 4 or 5 different variations of walls on this thing and called in the little dude that made me the steampunk airship back on the other server. And he's like, why don't you go with pale oak? Well, pale oak's even wider than this. Unless you use it as a pale oak log. It looks almost like a cobblestone. So I think that's what I'm going to roll with on this bottom half. So I've got a shulker box. I've got all the materials I need to complete this. Oh, and we'll complete the roof. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with the roof too. So the rest of the roof anyway. But let me grab some pale oak and let's get started. All right. Nope. Okay. Gotta get rid of that one. Had the same problem on the other side. So, all right. Come over here. Put it in like that. Yeah, that looks better. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this whole lower level with the pale oak log. And in a horizontal instead of vertical, which is what gives us this, like, I mean, it looks like a gray cobble. I mean, not like a, I mean, like a super dark gray cobble, like in between deep slate and stone for the coloration. I think it's going to go really, really well with this build. And then we'll get on to the other details. So let me get this done and I will be right back with you. Alrighty, guys, and we're back. We got the pale oak in. I think it's looking really good. I mean, we still have to do some decorating on the outside. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to look really, really good. Yeah, so I think this looks really, really good. I mean, like I said, I want to decorate the sides, kind of like I did the front. I mean, I think the front looks great. Got some bushes, a little chair to sit in. You got the lanterns out here. So, yeah, I think this looks the way I want it to look. And, oh, yep, everything else I need is out in the back here. Gotta remember that. All right. So we need. Oh, we're gonna need some more logs. We're gonna need to take these, put those back in there because we're done with those. Totally. So let me get these made up, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with those. Which pretty much you can already see what I'm gonna do with them. I can make it good. Ah, I'm one short. Okay. Fine, be that way. Because I need 2 of you. Alright, let's go make up another fence. Keep forgetting to put it in the floor. But hey, 3, yeah. There we go. That'll work. Alright, so we're going to go back here. Gonna put a fence gate there, fence gate there. Then lanterns. Lanterns there. Why doesn't that look right? But, is it right? Oh no, it's right. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go in here. Grab some of these. Some of those. And then some of these. Alright, those can go back in here. Put that in there. That there. No, we'll think about something else here. Alright. Yep. Yep. There we go. There. And then right down beside... Actually, we're going to do it covering the one window, I think. We'll see what it looks like. The bushes are in here. Alright. In here. Grab those. Oh yeah, and I already had to repair a creeper hole, because, you know, while I was putting in the sides, the creeper decided to come up and be like, oh yeah, here you go. There we go, how's that look? Yeah, I think that looks good. I don't know. Might need a little extra something, but I think that looks just fine. And then this one here. Should do a flower pot there, flower pot there. Grab. Did I leave them in the energy? Yeah, I left them in here. Okay. All right. Do so it's not so exactly symmetrical with the bushes. Alright, that looks good. We still have to do the ceiling, the roof, so we'll get there. Let me put this down. That's a 2, so the 2 is going to go over here. Alright. Oh no! There we go. Alright. Forgot, must shift. There we go. Alright, now put sticks in there. One there. One there. So now we have differentiating heights and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to look real good. You know, this is probably one of the most detailed outlying buildings I have ever done. Just because it's not something that was like super high on the priority list, I guess. Planks go there. Terracotta. That can go there. I shouldn't need those, but I am going to need those. Alright. We'll lay this out in front. Oh yeah, we can go about what I did inside. So all the chests are in the ground, along with the inner chest, and then we have the furnace and crafting bench there. Added some shelving here, like for places to eat, or, you know, to write a book. I'm thinking about getting like an item frame, putting a book down or something like that. You know, but let's go up here. Oh, no, not yet. We got to do this first. those. No, we need those. Did I just do dark oak? No, I did spruce. Okay, good. All right. All right. So here, we're just going to go along the way. Put in our... I mean, there aren't too many to put in, so I know I made a ton more than I actually need, so... Do I need to go up one more? No. Okay. All right. Sun's going down. All right. So we can come in here, get some sleep, and then I need some slabs. And then we can finish off this build. Let's move you over there. And I've already got the slabs, so let's go up here. Let's get them put in. Ah. Why? Place blocks. Easy Minecraft. All right. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go down. Back in here. Let's grab a couple of these. Put those back in. We should be able to light this up. Yeah. And then, oh, it's an even number. That's right. So now what we have up here is a place for extra storage. For like when we're gathering terracotta, we can actually store it up here. And then we can come out here and just grab it when we need it. So I think this building serves two purposes. Much more as a safety point for when we come out here and it gets dark, you know, which is never a good thing. Especially out here. This place is nuts at night out here. Because you're usually the only person on. I'm usually the only person on, and I get every mod spawn in this area. And I get so many creepers, so many husks, or whatever they're called out here. And like skellies and zombies, and it's just good. It's insane. So, tell you what, let me clean up a little bit around here, and I will be right back with you, folks. All right, so now I've got everything cleaned up, and I added a couple benches, one on either side. This side looks towards the sunset, and then this bench over here looks towards the sunrise, which I think is kind of cool. Not that you would ever be out here overnight. Not unless you really wanted to. That's all you wanted to do all night was fight mobs. So, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with the ground. I've come in and I've removed some of the dead bushes. So I'm thinking I might bring out some of the other leaves that turn dark in the mesa or the badlands, you know, per se. And that way I can go around and put in some dead bushes and see how that looks, you know. But yeah, I think this little building turned out really, really good. I got to thank the little man for his suggestion, you know, because that just, I think with this wood, you know, I think this just looks really, really great. And I don't know if, yeah, you can see I put spruce in up here in the center. I just thought that would be a nice little touch. You know, as you're flying around, let me get up in the air. You know, I think this is going to look really good from even up here. You know, so if you're flying around, oh yeah, I think that looks really good. You know, because it even gives you a spot to like put yourself. What does that look? Why does that look like a building over there? I don't think it is. Let's go investigate real quick. Nope, just a butte. Okay. So okay, guys. So I took a break from the tower for the last couple days. Doesn't mean I've been working on stuff for the tower. I've been doing a lot of AFK up at the gold farm, trying to get as much blackstone as I can. Because from here on out, pretty much the build is the outside walls are blackstone. So I've been working on getting a ton of that. I have a really cool idea for the front of the tower. And I may do that on all four sides, just because I think it would look really cool if this turns out anything like what I'm picturing it in my head. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's head back over to a yonder tower. And I think this turned out really, really good. I really like it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about that. There's one other building. Let's go take a look at it real quick. One other building that I think I might want to. Oh yeah, this is the new tunnel out to the Badlands. This was the other thing I've been working on. So let's go over here. It's not that far of a trek. So I'm just going to keep you with me here real quick. We got to go down a couple flights of stairs, and we'll be right there at the desert/coral reef base. I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen this, but it is just as ugly as the Badlands was. So, yeah. But the problem with this one is it's built into the portal, so I might actually have to move it back a little bit. It's a much bigger structure. But yeah, this is still kind of ugly. So I'm thinking we want to come back out and take a crack at this one. Make it look all nice and pretty. I've got some bookshelves for reading, and I may put everything down in the floor again. But this is also a much skinnier build. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's an odd number where the other one was an even number. So make a little bit of difference on the roof height, especially if we go long ways, like a long log cabin, I think is what they were called. So let me get some sleep, and we'll head back over to the tower. Not that I've done anything with it, but, hey, that's where we should be. So let me head back over there, and I'll be right back with you. So we're back at the tower. This is what was done last episode. Yeah, this was the center. Yeah, I did this one last episode. Started laying out the walls over here. So I know how high it's got to be. And then what's going to go on the front face of this is pretty cool. At least what I'm thinking of. Because I have the same amount of it, so I think I can do what I want it to do here. So, and that I will let remain a surprise. So, but yeah, I've been out collecting up all sorts of resources. Let's go down. Yeah, we completed these also. Got these all done. And then the second floor is totally in, so we don't have to work on that anymore. Now we just have to worry about the next floor, which is fine. But we've been working on collecting resources. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, plus a little bit of the bookshelves, which is what we're going to need. We have some chisel bookshelves, which are going to be empty. We have some lecterns, some extra books. This is for making these down here. I have some candles of different colors for the tabletops. So, yeah, I think the next floor is going to be a lot more interesting than this one. Because this one essentially is just all farms or machinery or, trading halls, or smelters. And then up above on the second floor of this area, we've got the big ore smelter. We've got the paper farm. We've got the nether wart farm. So, yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a lot more. The second floor, I think, is going to be a lot more interesting. So, let me go in here. Oh, yeah, I got a friend too. Hang on a second. Let me get you. I need a name for this friend. So, if you have any suggestions for a name, please leave me a comment on that. You know, because, yeah, he doesn't roam around with me too much because I go through portals everywhere and going across them. But, like, when I go out roaming and I'm walking to areas, like, I can walk up to the mining area, I can walk to the tree farm, I can walk to the ink farm, you know. So he comes with me, you know. He's really good with skeletons. Yes, he is. But yeah. And he hasn't taken, I think I've only had to give him a couple pieces of beef to get his health back up. So, but yeah. But that's all the red nether brick. But we've got blackstone, some other goodies that I'm looking at throwing in. Some more blackstone, some leather for the books. Blackstone, the lanterns. This is a cobble deep slate. Not sure what. I mean, that may just end up over in storage, honestly. Because I think I'm done with the deep slate walls. I think I really. Although I may intermix on the big. We're going to have a big tower going up. Many levels. And I may intersperse the deep slate, some of the deep slate in with the blackstone and see how that looks and see how that comes out. So, but yeah, we've definitely got a bit of a row to go here and to get this whole thing done. I mean, it's not too bad considering we've only been on this particular server for a couple of months. So, but I went out here. Still have all that. Got the love and mangrove forest. This is all stuff that I've done around here trying to beautify. But I also have some ideas for the front of this. Mainly like right here. You know. And it's going to be purely aesthetic. It's not going to have a use. There's going to be no way to get to it. Because there's no way. Well, there might be. I might be able to blow that out from the top. No, because the big room's behind the wall here. So yeah, kind of going to be just aesthetics, just taking a look at it. So, but that's what's going to happen there, and it'll happen on. There's 4 big sides to this tower, and each one is going to have one. Because the rest of these, if you get out here and look, I mean, yeah, there's a couple of them, but I've already got some pieces here that I'm going to put on all the other sides, and then all the rest is really rounded. So, but this is what's we're gonna go with. We're gonna run with this. Although I think I'm gonna change this up behind here. I really do. I have a really cool idea on that. It's something I came across while working on some other stuff. So, and it gives it that much more brighter of a purple. Although I think what I want to do behind that glass is going to make a big difference. So, oop, yeah, don't close that. All right, so at this point of the day, guys, be good to yourself, be good to others, and I'll see you next time.